Hi everyone, I'm sure as you can tell by the title of this video, I am filming my everyday makeup tutorial. This is just sort of what I wear on an everyday basis. It's fairly basic, nothing too crazy as you can see. It's fairly natural, fairly neutral. I just felt like I should share with you guys. I've been wearing the same, almost the exact same makeup products for 3 or 4 months now. It's probably time for a change, and I'll probably start changing it up as spring comes along, but throughout most of winter, this is my go-to look, and these are the products that I'm really loving lately as well, just because they work so well every day, and they create the kind of look that I'm going for, so I hope you enjoy. Alright, so we're going to get started here. First of all, what I start off with is a primer. I just have a little sample here of the Professional from Benefit. I'm sure you've all seen this around. I got a sample, I don't even remember when, I think a while back in a Birchbox or something. And as you can tell, it's almost out, but I just squeeze a little dab onto my finger and then just dot it onto my cheeks, my nose, my forehead, my chin, and just sort of blend it in a little bit. I don't know how much good it actually does, if it's completely necessary, but I do use it and I do like it. Next, I put a lip balm on. Currently, I am using the EOS lip balm. I think it's like Strawberry Sorbet or something. It's the light pink one. So next is my foundation, and I think I've showed you guys this before. This is the Kat Von D Lock It Longwear Foundation, and I believe it is in the shade L48. But you can't see it all here. You can see the camera. Anyway, so I just take it and I put a little pump on my hand, like that. And then I have a Sigma, this is the F80, or I use the F82. I just sort of rotate. I wash them every few days to every week or so, and then use the other one while it dries, because it does take a day or so to dry. So I just sort of dab it into my foundation, pick up a little, and then just place some dots on my cheek, my chin, you know, all over my face. I'm not sure how great I am at this, but this is just how I apply it. Make sure I get all the foundation, and then I just kind of dab it in. And then once I have it all sort of in, I go through and I make sure I blend it and make sure there's no splotches or anything. So once I have my foundation all blended in, I put on concealer next. I use the Makeup Forever Full Cover Extreme Camouflage Cream Concealer, waterproof, and it's in shade 3. So you can see right there. I do the same thing. I put a little dot on my hand, sort of the same area that I did before. Just a little dab. A little bit goes a long, long way. And then I use my concealer brush, which is from Marc. Concealer corrector from Marc. It's just a synthetic brush. Sorry, and none of my brushes are clean. I probably should have cleaned them before filming this. Anyways, so I just kind of pick up a little bit here and dab it up here and sort of blend it down into a V shape. Sorry, my mirror is down below because I don't really have the best setup here, but that's okay. And then I do the same thing for the other eye. And then I do blend it in a little bit with my finger, just sort of make sure it's all blended in nicely. And then if I have any blemishes, I put it on there. I don't really, I have a little bit of an acne scar going on over here, but that's basically it. So I just take whatever's left and make sure I get it blended in. And then I use the, all of the packaging. All of the writing on the package is rubbed off. It's like the Maybelline Dream Lumi Concealer, I think, and it's just the Radiant one. So it's just sort of to add glow to your face. And I just swipe underneath my eyes on top of my concealer. Just to add a little bit more coverage and just to brighten up, make sure the bright area is nice and bright. Okay. So then I always keep either a tissue or a makeup remover or something nearby, so I can wipe off makeup from my hands. Then the next thing that I do is I use just a loose powder to set my concealer. This one I have is the Marc Set Things Right concealer, and it's in the light shade which I think is the lightest shade. I think there's only a few shades, but as you can see here, it is pretty light, but that's okay. It's not too, it's pretty transparent. At least I think it is. It's not too light for my skin or anything. And I take a Sigma E25 blending brush to sort of cover up my concealer with this. I just kind of dip it in and then just swirl it around. Okay, so there's that, and I make sure it's blended in really nicely so I don't look like I have like white under my eyes or anything like that. Then next I use my powder. And the powder that I'm using is from MARC as well. It's the Powder Buff in Buff, which is their old coloring, and it's also a shade too dark for me, but it's the powder I brought along, and I don't want to go out and buy a new one. I might soon, but so far it's okay. You can see here, it's a little dark, but I hit pan. I was really excited right there. Then I take my powder brush, which is from MARC. It is just the powder brush. It's like, I don't know if it was special edition. I don't know, it came out this Christmas season, I think, this winter sometime, but it's really pretty. And it's really soft and really nice, so I just sort of dust it in there and then blend powder wherever it needs to go. I do get a little bit shiny even with this like long wear, you know, like really high coverage foundation. I do get a little shiny in my T-zone and on my chin. So I just make sure I got powder, blend it down on my neck a little bit, make sure it's blended in very well all over. And the next thing I do is I put my eyeshadow base on, and I am using the Makeup Forever Professional, the Aqua Cream in number 13, which I've had forever. I think it's supposed to expire in 6 months, and I've had it for over a year, I think. It's probably bad, which is probably bad, but it still works really well, and there's no really discoloration or anything about it. It's just this really pretty light shimmery color, and I use a Sigma Precision round brush. It's the P82 brush. I just kind of dab it in there, and then I put it on my eyes. Then I go back to my face, and the next thing I do is I put on my blush. I'm using the MAC, the Pro Longwear Blush in Stubborn. There we go. And I use the MARC Blush Bronzer Brush. Which is completely like faded off there, but it's just this little short, I don't know, round brush. I like it a lot. Whew. I like it a lot. I just take the tiniest little dab, then I put on my cheeks. And I don't know, yeah, you can tell. It's pretty dang pigmented, but I really like the color that it gives me. It's a pretty natural blushy color. So I just literally dab it and I get enough color for my cheeks. So I just sort of blend from the apples, just sort of backing up a little bit. Next, I keep with the same brush, I just use the side of it. And I use this MARC Light Show Illuminating Face Powder. It was another product, I think, from last fall, winter. It's just a super pretty highlighter shimmering face powder, and I just sort of get the brush in a little bit like that and just run it along my cheekbones just to add a little bit of a glow. I do switch between this and another highlighter sometimes, but most of the time I use this one because it's a bit more subtle. The other one I have is the NARS Albatross highlighter, which I do like, but sometimes it can be a little bit too gold or too glittery. And the next thing I do is I just do a little bit of contouring, not really too much, anything too crazy. I have the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Mineral Bronzer, and it's just the little mini sample-y one, and it is almost all gone. So I've just been trying to work out these edges and finish it up, but I just sort of put it in the hollows of my cheeks a little bit, on my nose, and then in my temples and underneath my chin. So oh, and I am using the Angled Contour Face Brush from MARC. Looks about like this. And then I move it back to my eyes, and I am using the Naked 2 palette. you guys all know what it looks like. I'm using the color Verve. First of all, I use it with the little brush that comes with the palette, a little flat eyeshadow brush. I just put it in Verve, and then I put it right underneath, not right underneath, right in the corner of my eye, and I kind of sweep it underneath my eye just for a nice little highlight. It's pretty bright and shimmery, but I really like that. And next I use the Mark All Over eyeshadow brush. And it just looks like this. It's just sort of a bigger eyeshadow brush. And I dip it into both Booty Call and Chopper and just sort of mix them, and I blend that all over my lid. And then for under my brow bone highlight, I use Foxy because it's more of a matte shade. And I just sort of blend that up with the same brush, so there might still be a little bit of shimmer and stuff left, but not too bad. Sorry if I'm covering myself up. And then next I go through with the brush that came in the palette again, the blending brush. I dip it into Tease, and I just use that as sort of like a crease color, just sort of to warm up the look. And then I put a little bit of a darker color into the outer corner, not too much, but just a little bit. I use the Sigma pencil brush, E30, and I dip it in Busted. Just put a little bit in the outer corner out here. It doesn't, and I blend it into the crease, as you can see, and it doesn't make that much of a difference. I just think it adds just a little bit more dimension to my eyes. Next, I take another blending E25 brush that I have, one of the sample ones, and I usually dip it into YDK, just a little bit, just to help with blending in the crease and whatnot, and add just a little bit more shimmer, because that's what I like. So there, I'm all done with my eyeshadow now. And next, I usually like to curl my eyelashes. I put my eyelash curler, and it's the Mark eyelash curler. It's pretty worn. I've used it for quite a while, but it does the job. I just curl my eyelashes at the base of them. And then next, I put on eyeliner, and I am currently using, well, I've been using for over a year now, the MAC Smolder Eye Cool. You should know the name. But it's just black pencil, eye pencil. I really like it because I have contacts, and for some reason, whenever I put any sort of waterproof eyeliner into my waterline, it just sticks to my contact and it dries out my contacts, and it irritates me to no end. So I've just been sticking to this. It doesn't stay on as well as a lot of waterproof ones, but it does the job. So as I said, I just do the waterline. And then I do tightline just the like outer half of my eye. And then of course the next thing would be mascara. I'm currently using the Rimmel Scandaleyes Show Off Mascara. I bought it here while I was in Spain. It's in the shade Black. I don't think there's really anything special about it, but it's mascara. It does have sort of that spiky ended wand. I don't know. I like it. It's not really my favorite thing or anything, but it works. And then that's basically it. Sometimes I stop there, but usually I like to fill in my eyebrows just a little bit. I have this, it's from Ofra, and most of the writing has worn off, but it's the Universal Eyebrow Pencil. You can see it's just sort of this brown color. I think I got it in a Birchbox, I don't remember. But I just fill in a little bit in my eyebrows. I'm not really the best at eyebrows, but I try to keep them groomed in a semi-normal shape. I don't know. I just fill them in, just pencil them in just a little tiny bit, and then I have a brow gel. It's from Mark. It's called Brow Factor, and it's a hookup brow gel, so you can just take it apart like this. And mine is really gross and really dirty. like not clear at all. I should probably get a new one, but I just haven't gotten to that yet, and it's still working just fine. Just sort of brush it through like that. And with that, that is the end of the tutorial. That's basically all I do. Sometimes I put on a lip gloss or something, but most days I just leave on the lip balm and stick with that. So I hope you enjoyed. If you have any tips or tricks that you'd like to share with me to help me out, that'd be great. If not, I hope you like the look. If you wear something similar, if you want to try out any of these products, leave a comment down below and let me know what you're looking forward to trying, or if you use some of the similar products that I do. So I would like to thank you for watching, and as I said, please comment down below, and I would really appreciate if you thumbs up this video and if you subscribe to my channel. Every time I get subscribers, I get really excited. But yeah, I will talk to you later. Bye!